Hello everyone. In the last class, we discussed the basic components, that is, basic quantities in the AC. Those are amplitude, frequency, all these things. So, in this session, I want to discuss the resistance, inductance, and capacitance which are connected across a AC supply. So, I want to discuss this topic by using a PPT now. So, I am sharing the PPT here. So AC circuits, AC through R, L and C circuits. First of all, we will consider the AC through pure resistance. That is, the resistance is connected across a pure AC source. The AC source here we are taking it as V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Here V is the AC, that means alternating voltage. It can be also taken as V of t is equal to Vm sin omega t. This AC voltage source is connected across a resistor. So the current is passing through the resistor. The current is represented by the letter I here. So consider a simple circuit consisting of a pure resistance R ohms connected across a AC voltage source V of t is equal to Vm sin omega t as shown here. So according to Ohm's law, we already know that I of t is equal to V of t by R. That means V of t formula is Vm sin omega t. So I of t is equal to Vm sin omega t divided by R. That means here Vm should always greater than Vm by R. Why? Because here R is a whole number. That means some value will exist for R. And Vm is less than Vm by R when the R is a decibel number. That means if R is in decibel number, that means in points, then Vm is less than Vm by R. And consider if Vm is greater than Vm by R, that is Vm is greater than the Im. Im is nothing but the maximum value of the current flowing through the resistor. So then the waveforms of both the Vm and Im are, once I will show the result here. So here this indicates the current, and this sky blue waveform indicates the voltage, and this waveform indicates the power. That means what it's showing here Vm is greater than Im. That means the maximum voltage value is greater than Im. That means Vm is greater than Vm by R. So here in the resistor, this is showing the phasor diagram. That means both the Vm and Im are in phase. That means the phase angle between Vm and Im are 0. What it indicates, both Vm and Im lies on the same axis. This is the phasor diagram. And the magnitude of the Vm is always greater than Im. Why? Because Vm is greater than Vm by R. That means Vm is greater than Im. So the magnitude of Vm should be greater than the magnitude of Im. That means the length of Vm should be greater than the length of Im. And here how you obtain the power graph here? Power is nothing but the product of voltage and current. So you already know the equations of V of t and I of t. V of t is nothing but Vm sin omega t. I of t is nothing but Im sin omega t. You have to multiply V of t and I of t. That means Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t. From that you can obtain a formula for P, that is P is equal to Vm into Im by 2 minus Vm into Im by 2 into cos 2 omega t. If you substitute some values for these equation, that means if you substitute omega t equal to 0, then you will get the initial value 0. Like that, if you substitute omega t is equal to pi by 2, then the value is Vm into Im by 2. So here the graph is like this. So for the positive wave also, the power is positive. For the negative peak also, the power is positive. So this is the output waveform of the resistor which is connected across a AC source. And next we will go with the inductor. Here a AC voltage source is connected across a inductor. That means the AC voltage source is connected across the inductor by using a switch. Here I am using a switch. Why? Because if I connect it directly, if the charge increases, then what will happen? If the charge increases, then the inductor is unable to store the energy. So that's why I'm opening the switch. So for that purpose, I connected the switch here. So here the voltage across inductor is taken as VL of T. That means that is the voltage across inductor, and phi indicates the flux which is connected to the inductor, and IL of T indicates the current passing through the inductor. V of T is the AC voltage source which is connected across the inductor. So here how you have to explain the circuit diagram. Consider a simple circuit consisting of a pure inductance of L henries connected across a voltage given by the equation V of t is equal to Vm sine omega t. That means here the inductance units are henries. So you have to mention L henries, and V of t is equal to Vm sine omega t is the input supply voltage equation. So the pure inductance has zero ohmic resistance. Is it right? The inductance ohmic resistance is zero and its internal resistance is zero. The coil has pure inductance of L henries. For inductor, what is the voltage across the inductor formula? V of t is equal to L into di by dt. From that equation, you can derive the formula for I of t by substituting I of t is equal to V of t is equal to Vm sine omega t. You can get the equation I is equal to Vm by omega L into sine of omega t minus pi by 2. So from this you get the equation for Im. So after getting the equation for Im, you can derive the equation for power flowing through the inductance. How you can determine the power flowing through the inductance? By multiplying the V of t and I of t, you can get the equation for power flowing through the inductance. So here, initially I consider V of t is equal to Vm sine omega t. So here what will happen if I consider VL of t, that means voltage across inductor, that is 90 degrees in advance to the voltage across the supply. So this is the voltage waveform of the inductor. So here the phase difference between the IL of t and VL of t is 90 degrees. So if you are able to draw the phasor diagram, then how you have to draw? You have to represent the phase angle between the IL and VL as 90 degrees, and which quantity is maximum here? VL is maximum. So you have to draw the VL length bigger than the IL length. So here VL is greater than IL and VL is 90 degrees leading by IL for the inductor. And next for the capacitor, if you see the capacitor, same as inductor, you connected the capacitor with the help of a switch which is connected across a AC voltage source V of t. Here also V of t equation is Vm sine omega t. So how you have to explain the circuit diagram here? Consider a simple circuit which is consisting of a pure capacitor of C farads connected across a voltage source which is given by the equation V of t is equal to Vm sine omega t. So here Vc of t is the voltage across capacitor and Ic of t is the current passing through the capacitor. So what is the formula to determine the current passing through the capacitor? You already know the formula. IC of t is equal to C into dV of t by dt. So from that you can derive the formula for I of t by substituting this V of t formula. That formula can be obtained as I of t is equal to Im sine of omega t plus pi by 2. So from this formula you can obtain the formula for P of t also. That means power across the capacitor. So power across the capacitor is nothing but the multiplication of Vc of t into Ic of t. So Vc of t is equal to same Vm sine omega t. So here this is same as the input voltage, and this is the current passing through the capacitor. So the current is 90 degrees leading the voltage across the capacitor. That means voltage lags 90 degrees by the current in the capacitor. And which quantity is maximum here? The voltage is maximum. So when you are drawing the phasor diagram, you have to draw the voltage as the maximum value and current as the minimum value, and the phase difference between these two is 90 degrees. That means voltage lags current by 90 degrees, or else current leads voltage by 90 degrees. So this is the waveform with respect to RLC connected across a AC source.